It's the Hammer Players Championship. Grijalva will be first up. Wendy Macpherson is making her start, so the pressure will be square on this lady's shoulders come the 10th frame.
And I'm not sure that that's a choice that I would want to give her, because she's pretty good in that pressure situation.
Well, Tennelle Grijalva has a lot going on right now. She'll be getting married to Jason Milligan on December 16th. She's also doing the Chicago Sun-Times Beat the Champ target score telecast just 3 days before her wedding, December 13th. A charity event, and she said, hey, they're asking me to do it, I'll do it.
That's right. Well, she said that she's all ready to go for the wedding. Amazing enough. This far in advance, she's about the only person I've ever seen that's ready to go with a wedding this far. But she said, I can't wait to go to Chicago and bowl it.
Wendy Macpherson, as she steps up in her 15th telecast this year. 14 years on tour, 18 titles, 2 of them coming this year. She's taking a moment to work on her grip there.
Looks like she's taking a piece of tape out.
Must have swelled up a little during the break.
She gets 10 shots of practice on the pair. Actually, probably what happened was she was a piece of tape maybe rolled up on the edge there. Didn't like the way it felt.
So she was replacing it. Almost a runaway Brooklyn, leaving the 5-pin. Obviously still not happy with the feel on that shot.
Well, that one definitely got away from Wendy. Went straight up the lane, did not get that ball to the right, and she is great at projecting the ball to the right. Just a little. She doesn't throw it too far right, doesn't hook the whole lane, but she's very good at that, and that just got away from her.
No problem with the spare, though. And just missing out on this telecast, Allison Allmang was going for her first show. She was in it until position round and lost to Carolyn Dorin-Ballard. Paulina Alto of Finland. This is her 3rd top 10 finish this year.
And 12th, Kim Adler. She's right in the hunt for our year-ending special event. And 15th, Carol Norman, going into the WIBC Hall of Fame next year.
Wendy now in the 2nd frame. On the nose with this shot, leaving the 3-6-9-10. Can be a tough spare to convert.
Once again, just too direct between the 3rd and 4th arrow, and she's going to have to either switch balls or do something to project this ball further to the right. She may have to move her feet left and maybe keep the same target with her eyes. She's got to get that ball to the right. Great spare.
Take a moment to thank the Rockford Women's Bowling Association. Again, great volunteers on hand this week to help us out with everything needed at the tournament. Career TV average 221. That's a good television average. 10-pin for Tennelle Grijalva. Nickname is 10-10. I said, why are you called 10-10? Obviously Tennelle, but she said, I don't know, my dad started it. Just stuck. Been bowling for a long time. Great junior bowler.
Let's take a look at Tennelle Grijalva's game. Very solid. Very solid. And she has such good coaching at home. Good 5-step. Look at that high backswing. Getting right in position. Very square to her target, too. Good knee bend. Very strong girl. Very strong.
Another 10-pin in frame 3. Talked about her junior bowling. She had 14 junior titles, a record 6 in a row, and she actually started bowling with the boys division for more competition.
Just about everybody out here, I think, has had that they have had to bowl against men, because sometimes you want to change competition. I guess you used to bowling the same people all the time. Gotta go for something new. And she said, well, I'm going to go bowl against people that, right at that point, were better than her. So it worked.
Oh, and at Brooklyn's shot, you saw all of those champions, and Wendy's had a lot of second-place finishes here. She talked about that.
That would be my dream come true. I've been so close here and wanting to win so badly, and tonight I think I just might do it.
Lisa actually asked her about being a bridesmaid no more, and she said, you know, that would be a dream come true. She's finished second 4 times here in this event. Wow. Not often you see a double that is a Brooklyn by a professional.
Well, there's going to have to be a ball change in Wendy's future here pretty soon if she wants to keep striking.
Tennelle Grijalva has found the way to the pocket and finally found the way to carry this match with a strike in the 4th frame.
Take a look at this last strike by Tennelle. Right around the 15th board, all the way out to about 7. Great pin action.
She trails by 8 pins right now. She can take the lead with a strike here in the 5th. Well, she's going to just keep pounding away at the pocket and hope that something happens here in the last 5 frames of this match.
Well, Tennelle's TV pair average on this pair, 9 and 10, was only 196. Wendy's was 201. Not a whole lot better, but could be a real good finish here.
It's a close one. Will it be the future or the present to claim a piece of history here in Rockford? Stay with us to find out. Championship match of the Hammer Players Championship. Tennelle Grijalva now trailing by 3. While we were away, Wendy Macpherson spared twice, but a 6 count cut her lead to just 3 pins. So Tennelle Grijalva stepping up in the 6th, working on a spare in the 5th frame. Back on a strike. Some of the other finishers this week, Carol Giannotti Block. Here, Lady Millionaire Alita Still is in 17th. Michelle Feldman also in the Bowler of the Year race. 3 titles already this year.
And 21st, Shanna Ray. She had a high game this week, 296. 24th, Leanne Barrett. We saw her second last week in Harrisburg.
There's a look. Wendy Macpherson in the lead by 3. Tennelle Grijalva takes the lead with that strike.
And I think the important thing to mention right here is Wendy is still lost. She did spare in the 5th and 6th, but that 6th count, she missed the head pin. She just missed building on that one.
And then crossed over in the 6th frame again.
She did go a lot deeper. She didn't switch balls yet, but she did go a lot deeper. Going into, big change.
Trying to open up the lane a lot more, coming up lightly than a 2-pin.
Well, Wendy is very good at switching zones. The last time she was up on this lane, she was right around the 4th arrow, the 20 board. That time, she moved zones. She moved everything about 5 to the right and still projecting it to the right. She keeps it simple. I think that's what's made her so good the last few years.
And let's not forget, Lisa, you mentioned how important this was to the Bowler of the Year race. If she were to win here, and she just has 3 frames to do it, it would tie her up in titles. And she is ahead by a lot in the earnings category right now. Number 1, there's the other 2 top contenders for Bowler of the Year, Feldman and Dorin-Ballard, just behind her in 2nd and 3rd. Wendy also, as we said, way ahead in telecast for the year, and we saw Tennelle Grijalva leave that earlier.
Well, hey, that could be the ball game there. We don't know yet, but that's pretty significant. Right around the 15 board again, 3rd arrow, just not catching up to the head pin at all. 1, 2, 4, 6, 10. What a clean cut, right? Through the 1-6.
Good run at it, but sent the head pin around the 6 and 10. And that hurts in pin count as well. 5 on a spare. 8 all day in the 8th frame. Puts Tennelle Grijalva up by about 25 pins right now. She can take it to 35 with another strike here. Boy, did she jump on that.
Didn't she, though? She may be young, but what a lot of guts in this girl. A lot of guts. She just stepped right up and watch this. She's going to saw the rack. Watch the 5 pins right into the whole left side. She's got a great reaction right now.
Leading by 35 pins. She's really just going to need a mark here in the 9th or 10th to wrap this one up. Big strike in the 9th frame. She wasn't going to take any chances. That was a little closer for Wendy Macpherson as she still tries to line it up. We talked about the great years. Wendy, 21 cuts and 21 cashes, 2 titles, just 1 shy. She only missed the cut 1 week this year.
And after that, her low finish is just 17th.
First in earnings, first in points, 3rd in average. 2nd in career earnings. We saw her become a millionaire a few weeks back, as you mentioned. Steps up in the 10th frame, best she could shoot 193, not what she was hoping for. It looks like it will be a 3-way equation next week at Samstown in that Bowler of the Year race.
Well, like a lot of our matches have been this year, it is going right down to the finish. This one not going to the end, but many of them this year have. And I love to see close matches. I don't care how low the scores are. I like to see them close.
Total disaster for Wendy Macpherson. She's very mentally tired. It's been a long year, a long 4 years for Wendy Macpherson in terms of staying up on top.
Well, she said this week she was glad just to have enough energy to stay on the top of the standings, you know, to lead this tournament. She only led by 42 pins over Anne Marie Duggan.
Tennelle Grijalva stayed in the pocket all match. And she only, for that short period of time in the second match, completely lost it as the lanes changed. But she changed equipment with it.
That's right, changed equipment. What she did was she stayed with the same look, but she's using now a ball with no extra hole. No weight hole in this one. She's using a much more stable ball, giving her a good reaction.
A little bit easier to read on the lane. That's a good lesson for those of you at home.
She's a clinic right now. She's got a good game. She has a very good mental outlook, good mental attitude. She never gives up. She's a big future. And I'm sure Jason's pretty happy at home right now.
I'm sure he is. A little bit of spending money for the honeymoon. Big finish. 7 in a row at the end for Tennelle Grijalva to finish off with 248 in the championship match. It's the 28th time we've crowned a champion in Rockford, Illinois, and the winner is the future Tennelle Grijalva.
We talked